Free college football picks week 1, part 2. I'm Tony T here with our college football pick show here for Wednesday. Well, we have 9 games from Saturday, so this is part 2. We've already done part 1, so we got 9 out there. We got 9 more here for a total of 18. Before we get to just a couple things, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Free college football picks updated all season long. Free picks every day from all the major sports like NFL, like Major League Baseball. Of course, our morning steam live show with WNBA and CFL, making it a great time to subscribe. And also, if you would support our channel with that like, that thumbs up, greatly appreciated. Then visit Tony'sPicks.com, or a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up to our long-term passes. Hot cappers like Morning Steam Team, look at them. Our live show this year, last 3 days here, last 7 days have been hot. Ramona's been on fire as well this year, last 7 and last 30. Joseph Schultz, steady there. Nick has been on fire as well. Mindy, a good day. Ben as well. Collins, top performer yesterday. Click the links, get signed up to our long-term pass. We've got some hot cappers up there right now. Click the links, get signed up. You'll find our latest premium picks here center of the page. You'll find our best bets and our $15 premium play and our pick ticker with a la carte purchases as well available. You can save 20% off all premium pick packages when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access our page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, get signed up. Always love to hear from you guys, so go ahead and post your picks in the comments. And we are looking for cappers, so go ahead and apply on our home page. All right, let's go ahead and let's get this one started. Fresno State and Purdue, a college football pick. This one here on Saturday. Jeff Tedford is in his 5th year as head coach with Fresno State. The team finished at 10-4 last year, but brought back 4 starters on offense with 7 to the defense. The Bulldogs put up 30 points and 403 yards per game in 2022. On defense, they limited opponents to 19 points and 340 yards a game. Exiting the program are the team's starting quarterback, top running back, and 6 of their top 7 receivers. UCF transfer Mikey Keene expected to start a quarterback. 4 starters back on the offensive line with the defense experience in the front 7. Ryan Walters is in his 1st year as head coach for Purdue. The team finished 2022 at 8-6 and have 6 starters return on offense with 5 to the defense. Last year on offense, the Boilermakers averaged 400 yards and 26 points a game. Defensively, they limited opposition to 27 points and 367 yards a game. Returning are the top 2 running backs. The Boilermakers lost their starting quarterback Aiden O'Connell and their top 2 pass receivers. Texas transfer Hudson Card expected to start. Only 3 starters return on the offensive line, with only 1 returning in the secondary defensively. The Bulldogs' inexperience is a major concern here, playing a physical Big Ten team on the road here. Card with Texas last year completed 69% of his passes on his throws, 8.6 yards per attempt. The play here will be on Purdue at minus the 3.5. Akron and Temple college football pick. This one here goes off on Saturday. All right. Akron head coach Joe Moorhead returns for a 2nd season. Zips finished 2-10 and returned 8 starters on offense with 6 to the defense. The team put up 22 points and 373 yards a game last year. They ran for just 2.9 yards a carry. On defense, they surrendered 33 points and 406 yards a game. 2 of their top 3 rushers are back, along with 3 of their top 4 receivers. Starting quarterback DJ Irons returns for his senior season. Zips returned 4 starters on the offensive line, but only 1 returns on the defensive line. Temple head coach Stan Drade is back for his 2nd season. The Owls went 3-9 in 2022 and returned 7 starters on offense with 9 to the defense. Temple struggled offensively by averaging 22 points and 351 yards a game. On defense, they allowed 29 points and 391 yards a game. Their top rushers and quarterback returned. 2 of their top 3 receivers have exited the program. Sophomore E.J. Warner will start at quarterback. Now, he's the son of Kurt Warner. The team returns 3 starters on the offensive line with experience in the back 7. Irons completed 67% of his throws last year and a threat to run. Warner, in 11 games in his true freshman campaign, completed 60% of his passes with 6.8 yards per attempt. He closed the season sharp with 527 yards and 5 touchdowns against East Carolina. Warner threw for over 340 yards in 3 of his final 4 games in 2022. Player will be on Temple, minus 10. Buffalo and Wisconsin college football pick. This one here is on Saturday. Buffalo head coach Maurice Linguist is in his third year with the school. The Bulls finished 7-6 in 2022 and returned 5 starters on offense with 5 in the defense. On offense, the team put up 28 points and 377 yards a game. Defensively, the Bulls surrendered 27 points and 396 yards to their opponents. Their top 4 ball carriers and starting quarterback return. Buffalo's 3 top pass receivers have exited the program. Junior quarterback Cole Snyder will have 3 of his starting offensive linemen back. All 3 levels on defense back, at least 2 returning starters on each level here. Luke Fickell is in his second year as head coach of Wisconsin. 10 starters are back on offense, 8 to the defense on a team that finished at 7-6. Their top 2 rushers and 3 top receivers have returned. Starting quarterback Graham Mertz has exited the program. SMU transfer Tanner Mordecai will start at quarterback in his senior season here. 4 starters are back on the offensive line with an experienced front 7 on defense. Cole Snyder completed 59% of his throws last year, 6.6 yards per attempt. Mordecai gives the Badgers a really strong downfield passing game. Snyder's lost playmakers in the passing game of concern. Play here Buffalo and Wisconsin under 54. Ohio State and Indiana college football pick. This one here is on Saturday. Ryan Day enters his 6th season with the Buckeyes. The team finished 11-2 last year and returned 7 starters on offense with 7 to the defense. Buckeyes in 2022 averaged 44 points and 491 yards a game. On defense, they surrendered 21 points and 322 yards to their opponents. They returned their top 4 runners from a year ago along with their top 5 receivers. Quarterback C.J. Stroud now is in the NFL. Junior Kyle McCord is expected to start at quarterback, but has only 2 starters back on the offensive line. The front 7 on defense has experience for Ohio State, and 3 starters return in the secondary. Tom Allen is in his 7th season as head coach for Indiana. Team went 4-8 in 2022 and returned 5 starters on offense with 3 to the defense. Offensively, they put up 23 points a game last year with 328 yards rushing. Running the game generated only 3.4 yards per rush. On defense, the Hoosiers allowed 34 points and 448 yards a game. Their leading rusher has exited the program and has 3 of their top 4 receivers back. Starting quarterback Connor Bazelak has left the program. Tennessee transfer Tavon Jackson is expected to start at quarterback. Sophomore Brandon Sorsby is also in the running to start. The offensive line returned 3 starters. 1 starter returns to the defensive line with no starters returning in the secondary. McCord has seen limited action in the past 2 seasons. Last year, he completed 16 of 20 for 190 yards and a touchdown. Devin Brown is also expected to take some snaps. Brown, a sophomore who attempted no passes last year. Hoosiers quarterback Sorsby attempted 6 passes last year. Jackson went 3 of 4 for 37 yards in 2022. Indiana's lack of experience on offense, the concern here. The play here will be Ohio State and Indiana under 59.5. All right, we got USF and Western Kentucky college football pick. This one here goes off on Saturday. Alex Golesh is in his 1st season as head coach for South Florida. The team finished 1-11 last year, returned 4 starters on offense, 9 to the defense. Bulls offense in 2023 averaged 28 points and 391 yards a game. Very poor defensive year as the USF surrendered 41 points and 517 yards a game. The team loses their top running back from 2022 and 4 of their top 5 receivers. Quarterback Gary Bohannon returns for his senior season. The offensive line returns 2 starters with experience defensively on the line and secondary. Western Kentucky head coach Tyson Hilton is back for his 5th season. Hilltoppers finished at 9-5 and have 7 starters return on offense with 4 to the defense. The team produced 36 points and 497 yards a game in 2022, while the defense allowed 23 points along with 384 yards. 3 of their top 4 rushers return along with their top receiver. Quarterback Austin Reed returns for his senior season. 3 offensive linemen are back, but the front 7 defensively has only 2 starters back. Bohannon, a Baylor transfer, played in 7 games for the Bulls last year, completing 57% of his passes with 6.7 yards per pass attempt. Reed changed his mind after hitting the transfer portal after last season, going back with the team. He completed 64% of his passes in 2022 with about 8 yards per pass attempt. He threw 40 touchdowns and 11 interceptions, a massive rebuild on defense for USF. WKU's offense looked very good. Hilltoppers 18-6 to the spread when they score 28 points or greater. Play here will be Western Kentucky minus the 11.5. UMass and Auburn college football pick for Saturday's action. All right, UMass 1-0 on the year after their 41-30 road win at New Mexico State. Minutemen gained 389 yards with 197 rushing for 5.3 yards per attempt. The Clemson Georgia Tech transfer Tyson Fonmanon completed 10 of 17 for 192 yards. They did surrender 458 yards to the Aggies with 248 passing yards with about 11 yards per pass attempt. Hugh Freeze is in his first year as head coach for Auburn. The Tigers finished 5-7 last year and returned 8 starters on offense with 9 of the defense. 2 of their top 3 running backs returned, as do their top receivers. Sophomore quarterback Robbie Ashford expected to return as a starter. Auburn returns 3 starters on the offensive line. The secondary returns all 4 starters on defense. Minutemen defense a concern here. Auburn 45-15 to the spread when they outgain opponents by 200 yards or greater. The game opened at 40, was bet down to 35. The player will be Auburn minus the 35 in this one. Boise St and Washington in college football pick for Saturday. Andy Avalos is in his 3rd season as head coach of Boise State. The team finished at 10-4 in 2022. They returned 9 starters on offense, 5 in the defense. The Broncos offense produced 29 points and 387 yards a game. They defended well a year ago by allowing 19 points and 293 yards a game. The team returns their top 3 rushers and 4 top receivers. Sophomore quarterback Taylon Green will start at quarterback. Green started the final 10 games last season. 3 starters return to the offensive line with an inexperienced front 7 defensively. Kalen DeBoer is in his 2nd year as head coach for Washington. Huskies finished at 11-2, returned 7 starters on offense, 8 to the defense. The team saw massive offensive improvement by averaging 40 points and 516 yards a game. Defensively, they held opponents to 26 points and 373 yards per game. Their top running back has exited the program, but their top 5 receivers returned. Starting quarterback Michael Penix is back. 2 starters return to the offensive line with experience on all 3 levels defensively. Green is a threat to run the football as he averaged 7.2 yards per attempt. He averaged 7.5 yards per pass attempt with 14 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Penix threw for over 4,600 yards last year, averaging 8.4 yards per pass attempt with a 65% completion rate. Expect both offenses to have success here. Penix, big player quarterback, Broncos 53-19 to the over when they allow 28 or greater points. Play here will be on Boise State and Washington to go over a total of 58.5 points. Rice and Texas college football pick. This one here on Saturday. Mike Bloomgren returns for his 6th year as a head coach for Rice. They finished at 5-8 last year and returned 8 starters on offense with 7 to the defense. The Owls posted only 25 points and 374 yards a game in 2022. Defense opponents put up 34 points and 391 yards a game on them. Rice top running back and receiver have exited the program. Starting quarterback T.J. McMahon is gone. USC, Georgia, and West Virginia transfer. All 3 schools he's been at. He's on his 4th school now. That's J.T. Daniels, he'll start at quarterback. Seems to be going the other way now in a small conference here. 4 stars return to the offensive line, and they're inexperienced on the defensive line. Steve Sarkisian is back for his 3rd season as head coach for Texas. The team was 8-5 last year and returned 10 starters on offense, 6 to the defense. The Longhorns offense produced 34 points and 430 yards a game. On defense, they allowed 21 points a game and 368 yards, which is a major improvement from the previous year. Texas lose their top 2 running backs. They combined for nearly 2,200 yards rushing. Starting quarterback returns as well as 5 of their top 6 receivers. Iowa State transfer Twin Ewers starts at quarterback. All 5 starters return to the offensive line with inexperience on the defensive line and secondary. J.T. Daniels with West Virginia last year completed 61% of his passes with 6.4 yards per pass attempt. He's not a threat to run. Ewers in his freshman campaign just 58% completion rate, 7.4 yards per attempt in 10 games. The quarterback really struggled at the end of the regular season with 1 passing touchdown in his final 3 regular season games. Daniels' experience upgrades the Owls' offense here. Play here will be on Rice at the plus 35. California and North Texas college football pick. This one here goes off on Saturday. Justin Wilcox back for 7th year as Cal's head coach. The team went 4-8 last year, brought back 8 starters on offense, 9 to the defense. The Golden Bears offense in 2022 averaged 24 points and 365 yards a game. On defense, they limited the foes to 28 points and 429 yards a contest. Their top running back returns, and 4 of their top 5 receivers as well. Quarterback Jack Plummer exits. TCU transfer Sam Jackson expected to start here. The sophomore is a mobile quarterback. NC State transfer Ben Finley is competing for the position as well. Cal returns 4 starters to the offensive line with experience on all levels defensively. North Texas head coach Eric Morris is in his first season. Mean Green finished at 7-7 last year, returning 8 starters on offense, 7 to the defense. North Texas averaged 34 points and 462 yards a game last year. Defensively, they surrendered 32 points and 460 yards a game. Mean Green top running backs return, but will be without 3 of their top 4 receivers. ULM transfer Chandler Rogers will rotate at quarterback with Stone Earl. The team returns all 5 on the offensive line with inexperience at the linebacker position defensively. Jackson will start for Cal and threw only 6 passes while at TCU, but ran it 15 times. Stone spent 2022 and 21 in FCS Abilene Christian. He threw 8 passes for North Texas last year, but ran it 18 times for 110 yards. Rogers, well, he played 12 games for UL Monroe in 2022, hitting on 67% of his passes, 7.5 yards per attempt, and also a run threat. You know, the Golden Bears have lost 11 of 12 on the road. They even lost at Colorado last year. The play here will be on North Texas at plus the 6.5. All right, that was our college football pick show here for action on Saturday. We got you 9 games here. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have free college football picks updated all season long. Free picks every day from all the major sports like NFL, like Major League Baseball. Our morning steam tea delivers you the CFL and WNBA picks as well. And don't forget to like this video. Give us that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. And visit our site, TonySpicks.com, for our best plays. Our premium picks are there, so check them out over there. And also, we gave you 9 plays here for Saturday. We also shot a video yesterday with 9 plays. We've got 18 up there already for week 1 of college football. So check our channel. Lots of picks happening. I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you later on with more free picks.